Hello. Welcome to my fourth match of season 49 here against JNails. Got an eventful board. Certainly very possible to get dominate money. Looks like a pretty regularish village smithy kind of thing. Kiln might be useful at some point. I think it's pretty likely given that there's 2 stacks of villages. The limit is, I guess, probably draw. But, I mean, a stack of smithies is still a ton of draw. So the patrol should give us a lot. I mean, I guess really you're end up a little buy limited. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you're just trying to get thin into playing kilns on your engine pieces and building up that way, I think. There's gonna be a little go herd nonsense here at the start that we're gonna have to figure out. Or, you know, there's always potential for sadness or whatever, but you do have a little bit of a question of like goat herd or sacrifice, or like goat herd with sacrifice or whatever. I don't know if JNails is thinking about opening Nomad Camp. I don't think it's very good. I mean, the 5s aren't very good, and the Nomad Camp isn't very good at the start. I guess the question for me is like, they open double trasher. Is it better for me to just do double goat herd? I think is maybe my question. I mean, it can be, there are of course upsides and downsides to both. We have to hit 5 once, really, is all. I don't think it's crazy to have fool's golds. I'm gonna try the double goat herd. I mean, on the other hand, the fool's golds, like I said, are not necessary here. It's funny, I'm pretty seriously considering taking a kiln first, even though you just get nothing out of it for quite a while until you have bought like 2 more villages. But I mean, as a silver, it still works. So it's not crazy. I mean, the other thing to try is a Nomad Camp, but I don't know what is the path or what the thing to buy next is. It's probably a patrol. We need to have 3 coppers. We need to save enough to buy another kiln. Well, I mean, we don't have to. There's something to be said for. There's not going to be nomad camp, but it could be patrol or it could be another mining village or a walled village. I mean, you couldn't do another kiln, but that's a little greedy at this point. I guess we do a patrol. That lone fool's cult is pretty funny. There's still another copper, right? Yeah. Go buy a kiln. I think. Could be wrong. This will be a nomad camp for me. Well, along with some villages and patrols and stuff. They didn't buy kiln. This is going to be a little bit annoying gameplay. I mean, you know, the good kind of annoying, but the puzzly kind of stuff. First world problems, that kind of thing. They've given me a lot of draw, so I do have quite a bit of gameplay to do here. Well, I don't know how much I trash. I mean, we could trash 2. We're gonna have to draw first. Was not the best. The order didn't work out super great there, but I guess it's fine, really. Do we want a more mining village or do we want another patrol? Oh, we can't get another mining village. They have 2 coppers. I have 1 copper. Oh, and they didn't draw either. Okay. Well, that should be good enough. Now it should be like a good turn and a half difference. Mostly just on the back of the difference in 3 pile ability here. Did trash something. Well, let's. I mean, I could do Fool's Gold as a way of getting to 14. I kind of feel like. I mean, not that I necessarily need that. I can get another kiln. So the thing now is, I guess, trying not to dud, and making sure we don't give them a 3 pile somewhere, which we're not really very close to at all. Probably not crazy for me to have like a sacrifice. for a couple of reasons, but what are the odds we can pile out now? So we have 4 kilns, 2 nomad camps. The kilns can chain. I mean, it's. I doubt we have the draw for it, but it's like. Probably technically possible. I guess we should probably not. I mean, we can gain a patrol. We can do one later. It's probably safer. I mean, there was like no, there's no like real world where it dudded, but this is okay. Anyway. I don't know what it looks like a pile out. I mean, we don't need to go for a pile out particularly. We don't want to leave them pile out, but they have 2 kilns, 1 nomad camp. Well, I need to get 1 coin more, don't I? Maybe should have pushed piles a little harder there. We had a little draw and played because we had still a lot of actions in the patrol and the goat herd. Maybe not a lot of actions, but we had at least a goat herd, so we could have done a kiln for a kiln. I mean, we're up to 4. We have 4 kilns and we have 4 buys, so that's already quite close without any chaining. So with just a little bit of chaining, it's pretty good. I don't think they can pile out, but unless I'm confused. Guess you can lower a little bit and hold by dud. I mean, that makes some sense. mean, yeah, I mean, that makes sense as a play. Not going to pan out, but it makes some sense. I guess I'm not quite there yet. Well, I mean, unless we find another patrol. How many of these are we gonna see? We're only seeing one past this. Okay. So that's a little scary. It is a little scary. But we kind of have to go for it. I mean, I guess what the question is do we have to blow up? So, I mean, we have... This is me grimacing. The other possibility is... Can't see how many... How do you see how many... I guess it doesn't really matter for the ordering. I mean, we don't absolutely have to go for it either. They actually still don't have a super easy pile out. If I can make... If I can make it there... Well, I mean... I don't know. I mean, I probably have to blow up some of these. Unfortunately. Jeez. All right, well, we're gonna get there, but it was pretty dicey. Not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of patrols. It ended up very dicey. We're gonna get there, but he can trash his thingies. Okay, well, that was scary. I probably just didn't... Well, I did have another patrol in there. Well, it worked out. I definitely got nice goat stuff at the beginning. Goat herd stuff. For sure. Okay, so we could save for a junk dealer. So they can, I guess, if they have $4, they can invest in it and have that. I guess I'm gonna try it. It's maybe, I guess you just draw them the card if they can invest in it. I don't know what you do otherwise. I mean, you can just black market, I guess. But it can work out pretty nice here if they do have the $4 hand. I feel like that invest junk dealer looks really nice because then I'm gonna buy one and then they are going to. I mean, I guess I don't have to buy junk dealer. I could buy stables or whatever, but. So it's a little awkward. They're saving though, so I guess I could save and invest. I think I'm just gonna buy it. I'm a play it straight kind of person. I'm just not very good with invest, to be honest. But a lot of draw on this board, which makes the black market really important as far as what you get out of it, because you're basically looking for payload and attacks and stuff. I guess a lot of the attacks aren't super meaningful just because there's good enough trashing and a lot of draw, but gains are gonna be pretty important. Some more flexible gains than just buying things. I mean, just buying stuff from the black market's good too, but invest does have a little bit of an issue in that there have a lot of options here. I would not have invested in stables for sure. That does not look like the thing I care about here. If I invest in anything, it would be like fishing village, which I'm kind of thinking about doing just now. The thing about stables is like, I mean, you can buy, I mean, he's probably just using it as like a, what do you call it? Whatever that event where you exile something for 3 and put it on top, whatever that one is. He's using it like that, like get a cheaper stables, but the invest part of stables doesn't matter. I just can just not buy them. That's not a problem. We didn't find the junk dealer here, which is a little unfortunate. Sculptor looks very good if you have 5. I mean, there's a sheepdog, for goodness sakes. Sculptor's an extremely good pull. Like, maybe game winning. I don't know if it's quite that bad yet for me, but it's that's a very, very good pull. I actually don't think it's close here to think about doing other stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking through. I mean, I can like invest. I mean, again, there's still I can invest in all the 3s and 4s, I guess, but That's the only thing I can think of that he would be like worried about the sculptor, is that if I invest in sheepdogs, then he's got to take advisors and maybe it doesn't play as well. I'm not sure. It was quite sad to have the junk dealer miss here. Or maybe he's thinking I need to get 2 stables right now or something. I don't know. Whatever he's thinking it. It's royal carriage. That surprises me. I don't actually think that that's the greatest thing ever here. I wonder if we should do a second junk dealer. I mean, we're not trashing super fast. There is going to be gameplay. I guess I could have taken Sir Michael, but is Sir Michael better? Maybe Sir Michael's better. We'll see if they let me undo. I don't... I mean, I guess the hits are pretty good. I'm not really sure, actually. Probably taking 2 stables now, and I assume he'll just pull it off the mat. I don't know why you would leave it there. Like, I'm not gonna buy... I don't really want stables anyway. But... maybe they'll find a lighthouse in there or something. I would have definitely tossed there, but... As a friendly... it's a friendly flip there. These things happen. I do wish... I wish a lot of things. Mostly I just wish that the Michael had hit the royal carriage. That might have been enough to like get a resign out, you know, and then you don't even have to worry about the game so much, which is always nice. You're gonna get an... oh, they didn't call on... okay, they call on the junk dealer. I mean, that's reasonable. Session, Baron, Church. These are okay-ish. Oh, I thought they had another black market for some reason. These are not super exciting, to be honest. They're gonna save something. This is good. This is really good. Okay. We could mint. We could mint. I don't know if I really care about keeping them in around or if I junk dealer it. I mean, they're probably drawing through anyway. But yeah, Procession Advisor is pretty good. I guess this doesn't really matter. Maybe matters a little bit for gain and play. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it matters at all. Well, they didn't ever pull another stables off, but they like have a sheepdog. It might have been better to give them the stables. I'm not sure if it. Yeah, I don't think it mattered. Artisan's nice. I mean, Artisan is better than nice. Artisan's very, very good. Especially with the royal carriage. And bridge is pretty nice. I don't know if they have enough money for a bridge, but probably. Oh, did I trash a sheepdog? Is that what they trashed? Now, for me, I don't have a lot of money. That's my problem at the moment. I would like a gainer, but they can save the moat. That's cute. That's really cute. Is normally lighthouse, or I guess normally moat would even here not do a lot, but now you can just save the moat every turn, and the Michael is basically, you know, doesn't do anything. That's really cute. I like that. I mean, of course, it's bad for me, but I like it. It's pretty nice. I will get to hit them. Well, maybe. They may have it in hand already. These are pretty bad for me. I would say what's my last card? It's another copper, I think. He already has the moat, so. Oh no, they're deciding for the discard. So we do get another hit out of it. That's cool. Probably the last hit of the game, but pretty good hit. I'm gonna need to get gold, I think. I mean, the other thing to get is another black market, but I'm still super surprised that he hasn't pulled the stables off of exile on any of these games. Like, what are you waiting for? I'm not gaining a stables. I don't understand it. It's not even like good for my deck. I don't have a real good way of getting them. I don't know what JNails is thinking with that. Just fully don't know. So this probably swung around. I was ahead, but like the artisan pull is killer. I have to see some sort of gaining soon, or I'm gonna be probably in trouble. JNails is still a little bit action limited. Is his issue. There is like, I guess if we get around them, if we get through the black market deck again, there is like a militia for them. I wonder if they'll take the duplicate. I think that's reasonable. But I don't know if it's better than what, you're getting in your alternatives. I also don't know if, I guess they either drew to the moat and can save it, or the moat's in the bottom three. Like either way, the protection is there. Maybe that JNails keeps, I guess one thing I can think of for JNails keeping the stables out. The only thing I can think of for JNails keeping the stables in exile is that he think he doesn't have enough treasure that he's gonna dud on the stables, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense. These are both very nice. Where both refers to Armory and Tactician. Armory might be a little better. I don't really need the draw, so... Armory looks a little nicer, I think. But you're getting... The thing with the Tactician is just every other turn, and I'm pretty good on draw right now. Well... We could take off here. What are the odds that JNails gets all the fishing villages? Probably not high. We'll wait another turn. It could backfire potentially. They didn't save anything, but surely that was just because the mode is in the hand. But it doesn't matter a whole lot either way. I guess the other question is whether I want to put pressure on by provincing, or if I want to get a catacombs. Well, okay, here's what we'll do here. Here we'll armory for a sheepdog and then junk dealer the Sir Michael. They lose a duplicate right off. Well, that's great for me. I guess they just have some sort of dud here, which is very weird. Well, okay, if they have the moat still, I may trash a gold and not the Sir Michael if they don't save here. Now, if they save, then I'll trash the Sir Michael, but it's funny, once I trash the Sir Michael, then they don't have to, oh, they can top deck it, okay. Once I've trashed Sir Michael, then they don't have to save it necessarily anymore. They can just do whatever they want. But it's not necessarily worth keeping it. Stop card in my deck. Okay, they draw me a little bit anyway. Which I guess opens up the possibilities for what I am looking at here. I really wanted another black market. What is left? There's 2 sheepdogs, catacombs, Lost City. I really don't want to risk missing though, so we're gonna put a sheepdog on top, even though it's a little sad. There's a bit of a like a mind game here where they don't have to. They don't have to have done the moat stuff. I think at some point I just have to like they don't have to necessarily have top decked a moat here, though they probably did. It's like, do I keep the thing around? I mean, I guess for one thing, the copper doesn't really matter for me that much. Is one thing that. Okay, this is nice. Market for sure. It's like I can kind of keep threatening him even though he just almost surely got the moat. It's probably time for me to take off these and then should I get another catacombs or should I just province? I mean, we can keep gaining sheepdogs and like trashing a card. We're okay for a little bit. Let me think. We don't get a save out of it, which is a little sad. We did have a little overdraw. I feel like I'd just rather be safe than sorry here. Right now I have a little better provincing power. So it's, I guess I'm a little more restricted to that than JNails has a little more variety in the things he can gain. But I don't really know where he is in money. He got that one mystic. All you're able to do is advisor for a or artisan. I guess it's a little more than that, truthfully. I'm still desperately wanting JNails to take the take the other stables out of exile. JNails doesn't have real plus or normal plus buy. It can't double at all. Right now, there's a decent chance he can find it within the next few turns with black markets. But Sanctuary even, that's really nice. Fortunately, the gradient is kind of short, so it's not like it gets a falconer interesting. So still doesn't have real plus buy, but I guess that surprises me. Actually, I think I would have taken that. I mean, if you're confident you're Dutchy gaining, I guess is good enough. Obviously, falconer is good. That's not really my complaint. Expand is probably enough to give you the plausible threat here. Or more than plausible threat. I mean, you have way to gain 5s and stuff. So expand plus procession and royal carriage give you quite a bit of threat, 3-pile threat here. Or not 3-pile threat, but province emptying threat. So to me, it's like easy expand. If it doesn't take the expand, then I feel like I can win. With the expand, some of it's going to come down to draw. His draw is still a lot less robust than mine. I mean, they have... Yeah, you have to take the expand. There's just some... there's still some bad draws that JNails can hit. Mm-hmm. We're at 14. Well, what are we at? I don't know what the last card is. Maybe a fishing village? I feel like I need this ironworks, but... guess we had a bunch of money anyway. So we can either set aside... It's gonna be. I just have to have him not draw stuff in a particular order, basically, because the expand is too good at taking provinces. Is the issue. And I don't have third buy, so or anything like that, a remodel or anything. I could find a remodel in the black market deck, then it changes, but assuming he's just getting a sheepdog. I don't feel like we're gonna see a 3 pile. Maybe we will, but certainly things are getting lowish. There's some nice, I mean, the catacombs is nice. They can expand the catacombs and then still get a sheepdog or fishing village or whatever from it, and that's pretty nice for JNails. These don't really matter. I mean, if you can afford it, you can take the captain. I mean, if you can afford it, then it does shore up, I guess, his issue of like consistency and ordering stuff maybe a little bit. If you have enough money for the captain while still buying a province, then that seems fine. And fairgrounds even. I mean, fairgrounds just mucks with a lot of stuff, and animal fair potentially mucks with stuff as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna have a lot of choices other than to just go for it here. Not really gonna have any choices other than to just go for it, though it's not gonna work. They'll have a lot of stuff set aside. I'll have captain down and I assume. They may take Villa. It's like expand catacombs, fairgrounds, and moat. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if the villa actually helps him at all, to be honest. It's probably fine to have gotten it, but I don't know if it really helps them. I have armory and ironworks. I don't know how far they are from having a 20 point fair or a 20 card fairgrounds. I mean, probably not going to count it out. Maybe I will. I don't really have anything else to do right now. It's like right at 15 right now, I think, roughly. I'm probably missing some stuff, but it's like 15, 16, 17, something like that. There's the moat, and I didn't. Yeah, it's something around there. It could get 2 more points out of it. In the horde, that's weird to me. It's weird to me. I guess the duchy buy will be like a 5-point duchy because they'll get. If they are making a duchy buy, I don't know. They didn't play the. They didn't find the captain. That seems like that wasn't good. Actually. That doesn't seem great. 6 points. Maybe they'll be fine, but that didn't seem super awesome to me. Really want to give them a pile out, but I don't think I am. Does it even help me to make more golds? There's probably some world where it does. What we want is like a yes. Absolutely yes. That is it. Forge and Governor are both very good, actually. Forge lets me mill. I don't think it can do. I don't think JNails can do. Or. So. I don't know. There's maybe some world where they can just pile out on trashing catacombs and getting advisors and stuff. They have the villa now. I'm not sure. There's also always black market pulls that could do stuff. For sure. Now, I mean, they may have a win on their turn. That could totally be possible. They do 5. I guess the question is, can they do a pile out? I gotta count their gains, unfortunately. They have Artisan, Falconer, Villa, and Expand. So that's 4 plus the bias 5 gains. But the Expand unfortunately can be 2 because it can trash in a Catacombs. So that's like 6 already. And then there's also the Royal Carriage and the Procession, which makes it up to like 8 or something potentially. So I don't think they would have too much trouble piling out if they draw. The question is whether they would have trouble drawing while playing some of all this, maybe using all the Royal Carriage and the Processions as gains and stuff. I also don't know if they have $16. I kind of think they don't. But they have a couple Mystics, that's 4, a couple. They're probably not super far off from $16, to be honest. Like if they expand the Catacombs into silvers and can draw that. Because they've got 2 black markets. Or just 1 black market? I have 1. They just have 1 black market. Okay, but they have 2 Mystics. I really don't know. I'm very uncertain. It maybe should have just been a duchy. We know they have... Well, this is kind of good, I think. I guess I don't know, actually. Is it better to give them the Procession at the start in hopes that they have to play it on something that's draw and not get a copy of a gainer? Or just hope that they don't get to it at all? I guess is the... I don't know how to balance that. They also don't have a lot of village effect right now, so maybe that comes into it. I have 6. They have 4. Well, no, I just gained more of these, right? Then this is like, when do we make them whiff on like is village number ever an issue for JNails? This is hard advisors, actually. Because I don't know. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. That means they have 4 fishing villages. One's in play. This is the second one. They still have 2 more in deck. I feel like just taking away the stop card or giving them the stop card, but I really don't know. This is not clear to me. Oh, it has 1 sheepdog there. You're gonna have to start playing Catacombs. Probably. My fear is the double province or the true quad province. A 3 with a mill doesn't actually do it, but they're probably getting there. The money is definitely a little unclear to me. What do they still have? As far as draw. They still have Kataka. I mean, they're getting into the shuffle no matter what. So what hurts? What is the... Maybe nothing. What is the order that hurts here? Maybe there's not an order that hurts. They can like Procession Artisan for a bunch of mystics. And then just Royal Carriage. Yeah, I think they're just going to have it straightforward in a pretty straightforward fashion. Unfortunately. I mean, I guess you deny them draw, but... They had a memorable last card. That kind of sucks. They bottom deck, for me, they bottom deck the Fairground. I'm pretty sure. I guess the question would be, we'd have to look if they could have one, if I had just Dutchied. If I had 24 points, then they only need to score. Do they just already have $18 in hand? Oh, you can do 3, right? You can you can nest the Royal Carriage thing. So they could have milled through 5 anyway, probably. Maybe not, but... Yeah, we'd have to... someone would have to play out JNails' turn and see if I just Dutchy, if he can pile out on the sheepdogs and the advisors. I kind of suspect that he can. But I could be wrong. Yeah, the expand there was killer. I guess I could have milled. I could have milled a province and then only had 3 left, and then I would have had 3 fewer points. There would have been a less fewer provinces, but I think it would have been enough. That would have lost 2. So if I leave 5, what can he do? I mean, he would have to do... He also doesn't have any provinces yet, so milling kind of isn't a thing he can do very easily. I probably should have left 5. Someone will have to check from... Oh, I guess I didn't reorder. Okay, if we just switch next time. Okay. I feel like this is, I didn't actually look at anything yet. But I don't think the 5-2 is actually very good there. At least it didn't immediately look good. I didn't look at the entire kingdom, or actually more than like 3 cards, but now I need the 5-2. This is a kind of an obnoxious board. Because, like, you gotta do page stuff. But it's all a little bit weak. I guess you can go Silver Night Watchman to try and hit crop rotation. It's just like you can't skip the page for that long. It doesn't. Maybe you go page Night Watchman. Page Silver Night Watchman. I think you still want a silver. You won't play the lucky coin forever, but I mean, Hunting Grounds is so good and crop rotation is super good. So I think you probably do take a silver at least twice. I mean, I guess, and once your draw works, then you probably just take them more or less forever. But there is like maybe a middle portion where the silvers are a little sad. That was a really wild black market game we had. There was a lot of stuff. So JNails can play, right? The question isn't whether JNails can get 5 provinces. That's not really what he can do. The question is whether JNails can empty the sheepdogs and the advisors while catching up on points with me. And that seems, assuming I only have, I guess I would take another duchy in that instance. Wait. How does this work? Yeah. I always get so confused. Just endlessly confused. We didn't find Night Watchman or Treasure Hunter, which is sad. That's just how it goes. You know? Probably I'm letting him cantrip the Enchantress really doesn't hurt too much at all. I just did it to get a little draw here. It's really not super harmful. I guess the only one it really hurts is champion. But the rest are pretty fine. I mean, you would probably like to take a charm off your hero. Not a good night watchman either. Friendly crop rotation for me. I guess I have all the silvers right now. I think the silvers are mostly fine. They're a little annoying, but eventually you both want to buy hunting grounds and then draw stuff, so that instance is pretty good. We can summon something, or we can start to add nice things. The Night Watchman, beyond the first time I've drawn it, just at terrible points. Like, I won't be able to play it on the next hand either, even if, like, if I find the warrior. So that's really sad. We can do a summon. Which is nice here. Why does he have so many warriors? That's weird. I can't... guess if this shuffle is small enough I could, but I don't think I can. We can't crop rotation. I guess we can actually. We can... No, he's gonna be pigged. I was gonna say that we could take the pawn option such that we could crop rotation hand warrior, but it's gonna be pigged, so we can't. It won't work. I don't know why he's so many pages, but yeah, somewhere in here, JNails got a little bit caught up with me, even though I really do like my old, well, I don't know what they had exactly in hand, but I think I like a Night Watchman. I'm not sure. Mining Village seems like not super good. IMO. If I find the Night Watchman in any shuffle before the very the very bottom one, it'll be a dream come true. I just don't know why you're getting, I don't know, maybe you have one shuffle where the Mining Village acts as a village. Maybe. I did complain a bit, but I have drawn well for crop rotation stuff so far. Well, at least, you know, good enough. I'm happy with it. Mining Village is so weird to me. I mean, if he's deck tracking, he can actually know that it's also going to... Like, this has got to be a pawn. I mean, well, he may do Mining Village again just because he's got the warriors, but... How much money do I have here? There's a... There is an enchantress which can be drawn in a sad fashion. There are more pawns. There's another estate. Somewhere we gotta think about doing a mint, but I don't think this is it. We have card buy. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I mean, 11 is kind of nice. I mean, 11 is really quite nice, actually, but if we happen to draw it. Okay, well, this is good too. I may want to slay. It's gonna be a hunting ground for sure. But I may want to slay. I'm trying to think if I want to slay or a pawn. I already have a couple pawns. I'm pretty good for buy, actually. These can pretty much all just go. We probably want to keep one cantrip or bull thing. I guess there's no reason to do the estate. I kind of forgot about crop rotation. Anyways, the coppers can go. Maybe the other two just stay. It's not really... I guess the pawn can go. The pawn isn't super helpful. Well, we don't even get to the shuffle. Oh, no, we do. We get through the shuffle. Okay, we'll do it like that. Now watch the warrior get thrown off like 3 turns in a row, like 3 rounds in a row. Mostly friendly warriors. Actually, pretty very friendly warriors, probably. We're in pretty good shape here. I mean, if he finds... There's like a bad scenario here for sure. I mean, this is already not super good, but there's a very bad scenario. Okay, it didn't happen. That's fine. So I'm gonna get champion up a turn ahead of JNails, but be a little bit ahead of in gain stuff. Though how long that will last, I don't know, because he can hero for charms. Get caught up, and he already has a mint, so he'll be caught up in buys very quickly, and then be doing charms for hunting ground and gold. So he may have this edge here. Depends a little bit on how good my turn is. Gets another mint. That's interesting to me. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get a bunch of charms next turn. Which is a bummer. What can I do here? This is the awkward point. We can't even get far enough to do... We can't even Night Watchman the stuff on top. We're not gonna actually get far enough, so we probably need to slay it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, like we would ideally... Yeah, this is quite unfortunate, actually. I think there's still another cantrip in there. I think there's still like a... Maybe there's not a pawn. Yeah, this is just not going to probably work out. It's like 3 estates and a couple coppers. 3 estates, 1 copper, 1 silver. Anyway, I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. I mean, we can risk it, but I don't think that's the play. So you got to put hunting grounds on top. You can get the horses, but... Unfortunately, we didn't bottom deck an estate, but... Yeah, this is going to be probably pretty brutal. You gain like 3 charms and then you go like, I don't know, hunting grounds, triple gold or something like that. And then the duchy gaining ability. I mean, the province and the duchy gaining ability is going to be quite good for JNails. I don't know if I had a mint turn. I felt like I didn't ever have a huge number of my treasures to play, but I could have. I mean, there were some. I mean, looking back through the log is a little misleading because I didn't like always play the full set of actions. Oh, they're not gaining and playing these this turn, so this isn't so bad. It's not so good either, but I mean, then I need to put pressure on scoring, though I think that JNails will have time to get the charms and be in position to. Did draw both the hunting grounds, which is huge. Super huge, actually. This isn't super ideal, but whatever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could play Lucky Coin and go Province Hunting Grounds. I'm trying to think if we go double on the. I don't think this is going to work, but it feels like this is how I need to go about it. But I do think this won't work. JNails didn't find hunting grounds. Maybe it will work. Got punished a little bit for that many charms. This might be fine, actually. They still have very good, very good duchy gaining, but if I have like 5 provinces or 6 provinces, then that doesn't mean so much. But they will always have a lot of duchy threat. And even, I mean, it may not be relevant, but there's flexibility there to do estates if that's needed. Of course, my deck is still just super fat. I was lucky to even see the see the 2 hunting grounds last turn. Like, well, one of them, okay. I was lucky to see the second one. It's got to be gold double hunting grounds, right? Not the other way around. Because, like, surely you need the overdraw. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. That may be too much. But you have like 3 cards you can gain in a turn. That looked weird to me, but okay. I don't know. Pawns are a little awkward. We can do one and do one slate of hand now, I guess. Try to find another hunting grounds. Okay. So that's all very good. How much money exactly do I have? I don't know what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus something. There's something down here in the bottom. Oh, it's the province. Okay. The province is down there. So it may not even be worth drawing. We gotta think. We can draw the sleigh and the horse. And we could have, what was I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21. I really need to get, I think I need to be able to threaten 3 next turn. 22 would actually be pretty nice, but we don't have 22, so we could buy a charm. No, that doesn't work. But we could buy a copper. With like a, we could go like province, copper. Probably need to play the horse. Could buy mining village also, that's a thing. Because if we do 2 here and we can get 3 next turn, that's probably good enough. Yeah, maybe we do a mining village, go like province, summon mining village. But well, summon is expensive, right? If we need 3 buys. Because we're at 9, 15, 18, 21. Yeah. That's a little cheap or a little expensive, but we could still buy a mining village. Wouldn't be crazy. We could do that while... And if we find the sleigh, then we don't even have to do this. So now we can summon it. So now we're up to $23. Okay. But we're still at the whim of finding those hunting grounds. And if we draw deck, one of the pawns can be played card by. Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, 6 provinces does lose to 8 duchies, 2 province, and a estate, which I think JNails can probably manage. They just have to buy. They don't need that much stuff to do that. They can probably do it in a mostly safe way. It's not like... Yeah, I mean, JNails is going to be able to... I can't quad, so like they can take a province now if they want. I don't know if that's going to be the play for them, but there's 6 charms. So like they may figure out that they don't need to do any of the duchies right now. That may be the case. But I expect they can probably get a bunch of hunting grounds here, and then, you know, they honestly, they may not need to green at all right now. They may only need to take some charms and as many hunting grounds as they can get. I only have 4 gains, so there's not a third pile. I guess I have 5 gains, but anyway, there's still not a third pile. Maybe for me it's going to be like a play of taking some duchies. Don't know. I feel like they can really ramp up and have a lot of golds very quickly too, though. My only hope is that JNails talks himself into saying that I need like to not be able to triple for them to win and have them take 2 provinces. Because I think otherwise it's not super risky to just take a bunch of hunting grounds here and some mix of other stuff and just be ready to pile out on the next turn. Yeah, like if here you go province and they're taking buy on all of these, which just seems a little weird to me, but if you go province gold double hunting grounds, you're probably fine to win the next turn. One would guess. I would guess anyway. I mean, on my turn, I can try to take a bunch of duchies. But like, that's about it. Yeah, okay. I think he played that very well. I mean, because even if, like, what is the most duchies I can get? I don't think it matters, right? They can even up the duchies, and even if they don't, even if they don't say immediately province, empty the provinces is probably okay. Unless if I get 5, well, I can't get 5 duchies. Actually, I can, can't I? No. No, absolutely not. I guess technically if I had infinite draw, I could, but what would 5 duchies look like for me? They're just going to quad province in that case and win that way. They now have 8 charms, that's $16. $16 and 3 golds, they have 5. Something like that. No, they even haven't, they may have drawn that. Anyway, I think they have, well, I only have the 1 gold, right? So they have 3 golds, so that's 9. 18, $27. They can definitely get 32. And then some. Womp womp womp. Well, we tried. I'm not sure if it was like I super blew it or they were just like bottom decking Night Watchman, or it's, I mean, I'm second player. I would certainly win if I had an extra turn from this position. So we did find all the hunting grounds, which is nice. I'm not even really exactly sure what my outs are. What does like quad duchy look like? I mean, quad duchy I guess is potentially doable, but well, quad duchy, they would need to empty provinces and what would quad duchy give me? 12 more points, 33, 32 plus that. This doesn't quite catch it. They would just need a duchy on top of that though. 9 plus 24 is 33. Maybe that already beats it. What was I saying? I would have 33, right? So it wouldn't beat it, but they would just need an estate. So they only need 34, and they would have that too. Because they can add $9. And I think I decided they had 27. Roughly. Those counts may not be exactly right, but I mean, I can play for a dud. 5 duchies would have made it maybe a little bit more awkward, but probably not sufficiently awkward. Oh well. I may just be dead right now. Yeah, like that. What do we have? 2 pawns and a copper? Well, that's kind of sad. So there's actually, no there isn't. There's no sequence where we get it all. Womp womp womp. Womp womp. Woe is me. Do we just play for dud? What does playing for a dud even look like? Who knows? Oh, that's not even very good. And who knows if I'll even hit province off this. Will JNails with 6,000 hunting grounds? Maybe he won't find a hunting grounds. Okay. Well, 7 duchies is 21. 30. I think we can call this one a GG. Bummer. I don't know, I felt okay about my play there. Just, it's close. Oh good. Just a wretched, absolutely awful 5-2. 5 or 2-5. I mean 5-3 would be even a little nicer because you could go pageant and then you'd at least have bought pageant when you got your catapult. Here you just get absolutely nothing. There's no draw. This is an awful board. This is a straight up disaster board. Not pleased with it. Maybe JNails has the 2-5 also. Probably not though. JNails just takes forever at the start. I guess the 2-5 is actually way easier to decide what to do than the other one, but yeah, I don't even know. Like, you can do some delay goon stuff, which is like reasonable thing to do to score more points, but at the end of the day, it still is depressingly bad. I don't even know. I'll probably open catapult, but like, it's rough. I think catapult pageant on the 4-3 especially is very good. Or 3-4, either one. I guess it doesn't make a difference. It looks very good to me. Like the pageant while we're catapulting each other is really nice to get yourself up to goons. I'm hoping that JNails is taking forever because he has the 2-5 and it's like he's on his 5 hand Though I still think that's kind of easy too. I think on the 5 hand you go pageant and then buy catapult using the coffer on the next. That doesn't seem like a real puzzler to me. I mean, you can think about doing a temple here. It's not crazy. There is something to trashing the estates of faster. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced of what to do here for myself yet. I just didn't want a Duchess, even though you could probably make an argument for getting a Duchess. As crazy as that sounds. Like I can't even imagine getting a bandit camp as your way of trying to spike a nice goons buying. The goons, I mean, you have to be able to buy goons eventually, but it's not. I mean, it's not immediately critical. I'm gonna draw. Yeah. So mad. I'm gonna have. I need an estate bottom decked really bad here. I think. This is so rough. I have to start dissociating now. Although dissociating doesn't make me play good either. But it's like either dissociate or just be angry. And I don't really feel like being angry. So I'm probably gonna try to dissociate. So that, of course, makes me unfocused. Just terrible. Very sad, very sad, very sad. I don't know if I take a Sage or something. I mean, Sage is pretty bad. I'm gonna get hit by Catapult, probably. Yeah, and if you can, like, delay your temple, that can be really nice. I could have taken Snowy, of course, but... have the catapult, then I will cry. Hopefully the bottom decked. Nope, just crying. Just a crying time. Maybe you just wait until you have 6. I guess if you hit 5 at some point, you could buy a festival, maybe. But... oh well. Is that really the play? Did that make sense for them? I mean, do they... I can imagine that there's some knowledge of what's left in the deck where it makes sense, but I'm at least a little skeptical of it. No temple, of course. Why would we have a temple? And then they're gonna delay the temple, I guess. So they went ahead and paid up for a bandit camp, which seems fine. Guess I'll do it a turn earlier. This is sincerely just a nightmare board. What do we got? I mean, there's like... You just try and draw the catapult? Nope. I guess it was either this. I guess the discard that I did still made sense regardless, but... I really don't fully get the... discard or the buy copper play, but maybe it makes sense. I'm like pretty clearly behind in a way that likely means that I'm just dead lost. Is there even any reason to... I still have an estate. So... If I win this, it'll be very weird. It's not obviously better that you trash the temple rather than, or trash the catapult with the temple rather than the other way around. At least that's not totally obvious to me. The only thing that's totally obvious to me is that this is just a nightmare game. And also that I had a nightmare split for it. This is what makes you you lose your first player games, is this kind of stuff. I don't even really like our temple openings that much. Either one, really. But I also got a bad draw off that. Alright, we gotta stop. I need someone to like, you know, like slap me. Give me a little slap. Take me out of it. Alright, so JNails has... his last card is a temple. Gets the big money temple. Buys a sage. That's not... I guess you had the money for it anyway, so who cares? But is I'll buy a sage. I don't really know. Can't use sages to draw anything. I mean, you can use them to draw one kind of thing, but... Is there any hope for me? $5 to 15, okay. The decks are not super different. It'll be kind of funny. I probably should have bought a snowy over a sage. It'll be funny if I can't draw the spoils here because of me being a little bit stupid. I can live with it though. I can live with being a little bit stupid. I mean, I do live with being a little bit stupid. Every day. Okay, so what do we do here? We can like... We can guarantee picking up the goons. We can also just toss these things. Is there a... Okay, this turn we're not getting anything nice, but... Buys a goons. Crazy. I will also buy all goons. I don't know what how we pile out. Delay. Trash a card from your hand. I mean, I guess there's a world where that is okay, but... Oh, why did I keep the catapult? I could have delayed a sage. Right? Man, I'm bad. I was thinking now. I just wasn't thinking. The only way you can describe it. Just stupidity. I mean, this time we can do this. Okay, didn't go anywhere. You just have to delay a lot of sages, I guess, to get your draw. And snowies. Delaying snowies is, of course, a little bit of a risk. Can be a little awkward anyway. And also eventually like delay throne rooms. Some if played on sages or it's kind of similar. But you might as well get the sages themselves. I guess I could have also tossed Bandit Camp there. Instead. And what's the last card here? That catapult, when you don't draw the catapult in hand, that's annoying. What are we gonna... we can also... They don't have spoils in their deck, which is their, like, well, one of their nice things they have over me. I'm gonna be up to 2 actions. So I could just do this and hope I draw the... It's like if I draw the goons, it's good. If I don't draw the goons, that's not so good. I also am not getting rid of spoils. So it doesn't really matter to not play the bandit camp. Fortunately. I think you delay a goons there, though. If you're JNails. I do need to buy more goons. I keep imagining that delay like increases your hand size, but I don't think it does. I mean, the only thing maybe it does is that it... I'm not real sure. Maybe just a load of nonsense what I'm imagining in my head. Because you got to pay the card one way or the other. I mean, it can let you shuffle things around, of course, so that one turn is eventually larger, but doesn't really... You still pay the card one way or the other. And I was imagining it as if it were like draw, which is delusional, I guess is the word. I mean, again, it does let you swap things around, but So the last card is another Goons. I mean, it's not. This is pretty bad. Well, it's okay. It doesn't matter too much. The only problem here, of course, is that we're gonna draw the. Well, we don't have to. You can just do it like this. You could go Throne Room Sage. You could even spend up. You could go Throne Room Sage. With the 4 Goons down this turn. I just don't know how I'm going to get. I mean, even Estates is probably a pretty functional pile out for JNails with this gap. Because it's like just a very big gap. But I mean, the Throne Room and the Sages will work as well. Most likely. I think in my mind I was just imagining delay does things like Way of the whatever that way is. The set aside way. My brain is kind of broken. I don't know what it's called. What is that way that lets you set aside a card and then you pick it up, or you can play it at your leisure? Turtle, Way of the Turtle. I don't know if there's going to be a timing here where I can catch JNails on points. Seems extremely unlikely. It's like we can set us, I mean, we can do a triple delay and then go for points. I guess, I guess if you get 5 goons down, that scores quite a lot. It'd be kind of nice if I had a snowy too, actually. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to get a catapult on one of these sages. I didn't even know they had another snowy. Well, he'll be able to do estates now, I think. Oh, they're out of actions. Never mind. I mean, you can do 5 estates, but that seems a little scary with just 3 goons. Because if I think that would probably lose to me getting 5 goons, though maybe not. I think probably it would. So there doesn't seem to be much reason to do that. They just delay 1 card, or do they have another card they can delay? Because I don't know. Delaying Temple doesn't seem very good. You can trash a spoils maybe or something, but or bandit camp, but doesn't seem great. Okay. This is like really close to just straight up win. I don't think there was a way to do it, but it's very close to just winning. They lowered the... It wasn't really possible, but there's like a weird world where this is a spoils. And I would have just straight up won. I guess I could have discarded, like if I had kept a spoils, we may very well have gotten there. Anyway, there's still a catapult down here, but I can score quite a bit now. I can score 30 points, which is really not enough due to the nature of the They only have the one delay, and then they have the temple delayed, which can't be that helpful. Yeah, unfortunately, the point gap is so big right now. But I can still think about some things. I mean, so we get 30 points. Let's assume I use all the buys, though maybe one of them is gonna be a delay. If I don't throne this sage, I don't find this goon. Or I'd still find the sage if I don't throne it. But I don't have the actions to play 5 here. Actually, I needed to thrown a sage. I could have thrown a goons, but then I wouldn't have been able to play one of the goons. So it wasn't actually giving me more money. Now, if there had been a world where I had already played the bandit camp or something, then there was a world where I could throw in the goons and win on the win on the, what am I trying to say? Win on the snowies, but so we can do province. I feel like I need to have some angle for piling out, but I don't really know what that looks like, to be totally honest. They could easily have $10 and 5. Well, 5 buys is kind of hard for them, actually. Kind of hard. Not that hard, but maybe a little bit hard, depending on how the draws go. Let's say they do 5. Let's say we do 3. Do we do it like that? Not sure exactly how much this scores. Well, maybe we save. 4 buys seems pretty doable. Sorry, I miscounted that. I'm gonna save a few. Well, I guess 4 buys seems doable, but if they don't get it, then I can maybe win. I mean, what are my outs anyway? They're like really bad. Like this probably just loses right now, but what other kinds of things can I make happen anyway? He only needs snowy and 2 goons and it wins. Probably can do a, like, snowy 2 goons is a win right off. This will also presumably just work. If you already have the snow, you don't really need to keep the bandit, but mine was also basically guaranteed to win unless the sage found province. Not win, but be able to finish whenever. it ended up, well, I wasn't really close. The gap in the points was, I'm not even sure if I like stack JNails deck at the end there, if I can get a win, to be honest. Oh. This is also pretty bad. Like, don't even know. You're gonna get a loan, but I don't know who you pair it with. There's like some crazy, like you can almost pair it with a port and hope that you. I mean, I'm thinking Lone Lighthouse, but it could kind of work out opening ports. I mean, if you're lucky, Lone could work out, but that seems risky to me. Not in a nice way. There's some like incredibly crazy shuffles you could get that would be like super game winning, but it's like you're gonna try and get peddlers. I don't think it buy silvers. I mean, you could do something like Lone Squire even. That again doesn't seem super exciting, but I don't know. Nothing on the opening seems super exciting. So it'll probably turn into a bit of a runaway. Someone will be getting the expensive stuff first, and then it'll take off. Or somebody will play loans and have loans skip green and cycle them quick. And I think you basically ignore Wolfed In unless you're at the end and trying to figure out points, but deck composition wise, I don't think there's anything to do with it. And take a silver, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not crazy. It could certainly work out. Like here, like if this is your draw, you probably have 6 here, and then that's just depressing, but not much you can do about it. Not much I can do about it. I would still have taken goons first, though hireling is fine. I guess I'm not totally sure which one I would have taken first. I guess against a double lighthouse that I already have, it's not like super obvious. I would have loved, I mean, they almost could skip they could have almost skipped they at least miss a trash, which is nice. I mean, sort of miss a trash. But they almost could have skipped hireling as well, which would have been awesome. This is fine. I mean, flipping some of that stuff, that's okay. Not a big deal. Get to play hireling now. They may take a changeling. I would have thought about it as JNails there. I would have at least thought about it, I guess. I mean, I have to get one of these more expensive things one of these times. I don't know if I ever will, but... What's the last card? Man, this is important, actually. That's annoying. Now I have to actually go check it. Well, it's not an estate. I don't know if it's a copper or just another port or something. Well, if it's another port, then we want to play on, but... Another port. Both the peddlers. Lighthouses are out. I think it's a copper. Would love to see the two cards, the dream cards is Goon's Loan, and then have a big loan cycle. But we'll make do with this. I'm kind of thinking about a squire. Could also just take a changeling now. If we don't see the goons here, we'll be in trouble. We really need to see goons and hit 6 and do hunting ground peddler or something like that. I think courtier is not super exciting. Okay, very lucky. Can we unfortunately have to check? I think there are coppers. So this could be a squire. That was actually not a terrible reveal at all. I don't think I do courtier. think it looks worse than squires. Yeah, that was actually pretty, that was fine. That was totally fine. Obviously not like the absolute best thing, but totally fine. Because we've got port hunting ground here. And we got a lighthouse down and all that, so. Assume this will be hunting grounds, peddler. It seems not close to me. Well, this is bad because we did not find the... Well, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm gonna score a bunch of points and get things, so... we just didn't find... We didn't find the lighthouse, we didn't find the loan. So it wasn't good, but... but it is, as they say, it is what it is. If JNails has a really good turn here, then I'm afraid. If JNails doesn't, then I'm not super afraid. This will probably be squire hunting ground peddler. Maybe goons, but... It's obviously like I could have a turn good enough to actually just win like immediately, I think. Not super likely. I was gonna say any second now this could turn into something nice, but it didn't. And so, well, it's fine on the actions, but JNails literally could just win right now if he draws big and just, and he didn't play his hunting ground, so I can't really lower the peddlers. Well, I guess I can count buys. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 buys, but like, well, it could happen. It could totally happen. I would just cry forever and ever if it did, but it could happen, I think. There's not really a reason for me to lower it because I still have 1, 2, 3, and then 7. I still have enough to pile, so there's not really a reason to lower. If he gets a double, then he's gonna way outscore it regardless. Actually, that alone is silly, because if he gets the win now, it's just gonna... I think he's just gonna way outscore it. I guess there's a world where you only get 1 goons. I don't know. Probably I lose. Unfortunately. I mean, I don't know. He's not going to see everything. He's just going to see mostly everything. Okay. Where's the hunting grounds? Did he play it last time, or is it when was it added? And oh, his loan flipped it. I should have looked at his loan reveal, because that would have changed what I did for sure, I think. I mean, I think I probably should have. Well, I mean, he still saw a lot of the shuffle, so nah, I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. The nice thing about a points lead here is that the wolf den angles don't help a huge amount. I mean, like, he can't like buy green to close the gap. He's got to buy that stuff, which is okay. I mean, like, if I get a double goons down and I can lower really, then I'm probably pretty okay anyway. Should be it. I probably should have taken another squire though when I went. So, I mean, JNails got the opening they wanted, right? They got the 6 off the silver. But their loan did hit the silver later on, which maybe wasn't, well, which was definitely not super good for him. And then I'm not sure about the rest of it. I didn't love the core tier. Oh, this is there's a board. And the trashing sure seems worthwhile. I guess you could do Urchin Overlord. Obviously you'd rather have the 3/4 for that. I mean, it doesn't work exactly the same, and it makes it harder to buy another Urchin. On the reshuffle? Maybe you go Urchin, and then you're taking Overlord if you miss. Or not if you miss, but probably just regardless. I mean, if they don't collide, though, you can also displace an estate into it. Just something. So JNails has a 2/5, which is not super good. I mean, it's fine here. Like, Overlord is super good with Displace and Sculptor, so I mean, this is about as good an Overlord port as you can ask for. Oh my gosh. Can't play this game. Can't do it. Cannot do it. That's so depressing. So depressing. That's so depressing. No activations allowed. These draws, not good. Did I do one of these things in the wrong order? No, that was fine. No, it's just been sadness. I still think you like clearly want trashing. Like, I don't know why he's not gotten an urchin. Like, you clearly don't want the coppers. I'm sort of mad about that. Like, no lie. I'm actually a little bit mad. Like, there's not a reason to not still get urchin. And I think he would probably have already collided or had a reasonable shot at it. The coppers are so bad. Oh well. Shouldn't, I mean, I feel like it gives me a shot, better shot, but I still think this is just dumb to not take. I'm so mad. Sincerely angry. I'm so mad that I'm going to lose this game. If he gets the trash now, I'm gone. Yep. Well, I don't know. We're going down 2-4. It's looking bad for sticking around this season. And I don't even know. Like this, I don't know. Today I felt like I played well even. Which that's Dominion sometimes, but... The one that is tough. Maybe we can get out of here. The one that's tough. Was the one with was the one with the black, was it the black market one? That's the one where I maybe blew it on the buys to take the provinces down to whatever I took them down to. But I'm not sure if you play it from his angle, if he can still get a win. Seems totally possible. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night or day or whatever. See you later.